Well, hi there, students. This is Miss Geiger, and we're going to talk very quickly about how to get your pre-research done for your persuasive presentation. Here's what we do. So this is the page. Remember that you are finding a source for 3 of these columns where you put your name, the source information, and then a important quote. So let's take a look and see what we can do with that. The first thing is it says using the databases. This is the video we have right here. I would also look at the document that says search term help, as well as the overall assignment that you'll be turning in with the directions right here. So in order to go into the databases, here's what you need to do. You need to go into Clever, click on the teacher page for Miss Geiger's English page right here. You'll see the books as my icon. Today we're going to look at 3 different things to help us with this project. We're going to look at the library database link, we're going to look at the public library access, as well as World Book Online. So let's start with library databases. When you click on this, what it will take you to is going to be this. So what you'll do is go down, and right now I can only get the CD High School one to work. If you go to CD East, you will still be able to use the password I'm going to give you to get into CD High School. The password will be on your project over here. Okay, so once again, go into that, and once you do so, you will get to this. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of databases. I'm going to show you 2 that I think will be extremely helpful. If you would like to venture out and try a few others of these, you can, but my suggestion would be to use Gale in Context High School as well as Gale eBooks. All right, so let's take a look at these next. The first one we're going to click on is Gale in Context High School. And once I do that, I will come to this page. This might also be the area where it asks you the password. Again, use the password anytime you're prompted. It'll get you here. Now, the other thing we want to think about are some of our terms that we have inside of the project. Okay, you might come up with other terms that will help you find things under these umbrellas. So these are also things to think about. These are just starting points to help you come up with your research question and also your thesis statement. So let's go back to Gale. Again, clicking Gale in Context High School. Now, when you come up here, you're at Basic Search, which will give you a lot of things. However, my suggestion is to do Advanced Search. It'll actually save you a lot of time in the long run. We're going to put in juvenile. Juvenile. There we go. Justice, and notice that juvenile, even if I spelled it a little funky, it helps correct me. Justice, and notice that it comes up with a lot of other similar terms. I could always search for some of these too if I don't find what I want with the current one, but I'm going to just use juvenile justice system to start out as one of the things I want to search for. Now, the other important thing is the other filters. Notice that there's Boolean operators here, just like you see in some of the help things. The most important one, I think, is the full text document, so it won't just give you a citation or a link that doesn't work. So I would click on that, but it's up to you if you would like to limit the publication dates to something very recent or maybe something older. You can also go by any type of activity right here. Content level, Lexile measure, anything you would like. So let's hit search and see what we find. And if you look at that, we already got a lot of different things we could look at. At the very top, it shows you the content types that came with that search. So we have 4 reference articles, 2 videos, 633 news articles, which might be a lot to search through, academic journals, audio, and magazines. And it also shows all of that by category if you just keep scrolling down. So utilize all of this. Don't just look at your first few options. You might find something really helpful. But let's say that I looked at this and I want to use this as a good jumping off point. So I click on this. I look through, maybe I don't read everything, I read the stuff that I think is going to be the most helpful to me. Notice that it does actually give you other little search terms like juvenile law that might be helpful, and some other things that you might want to see. The other nice part about this is usually it gives you an option where it branches off into other articles that could be helpful, and you can click on them and find them as well. So if you already see that when you're in your project, someone already chose this source and you like it, maybe go ahead and click on one of these and see how that goes. Now, you can go ahead and copy paste your quote inside the chart. The other thing is knowing how to cite this and give a link. So when you come up here, all Gale articles can be cited in the top right corner. Click Cite. It should by default be MLA 9th edition, but just in case it goes to one of the other ones, make sure you have MLA. You can copy it or select it, copy, paste. Okay? And then that's your full citation for it. Or you could just do the link. That's fine too. But the cite is what you'll need for your works cited page eventually. Okay. So that is a nice way of going through and navigating Gale High School. Now we're going to go and look at Gale ebooks. So again, going through Clever instead of Gale and Context High School, we're going to go to Gale ebooks. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and use the advanced search. Instead of that main page, you'll end up right here, and we can type in our search term. I'm going to go ahead and type in criminal justice. And I can use any of those other terms as well if I think they'll help me. And again, any of the search tips that you had before. Again, you can always go by publication years or anything else to make your search more specific if you would like. Now, it will give you ebooks. So you might see a bunch of stuff coming in. These are all going to be ebooks. When you click on them though, you can click here and it'll provide me with information from the ebook that might be helpful to me. So it's pretty much the same way to get the information. Copy paste your quote. It should give you the page numbers. The other nice thing to take a look at is the citation tool, or again, getting the link to help you go ahead and fill this out on your chart. So another nice tool. Let's look at some of the other tools that you can see on my Clever page. We looked at library databases. You can also use the public library databases and resources to help you. So when you click on this, it's going to tell you about the All Access program in this PDF letter. My suggestion would be just to click on the databases. There is information here on how to sign in using your student ID, and I believe if you click on this or this, it gives you those instructions as well. So once you have all of that and follow the rules that are in right here, it'll take you directly to this page, which is for your local library in Dauphin County. Now, there's tons of tough stuff to explore here. There might be stuff you can find helpful for other classes or what you're doing. My suggestion for this project would be to go down here and find, which again, if you find any of these other to be helpful, that's fantastic. But I'm going to show you guys the SIRS Discover database because I find this will be really helpful for you. So when you click on that, it will take you to the SIRS Discover page, which looks like this. So I'm going to go back into my advanced search. This one only has one search bar, but again, you can control the publication date and what sort of sources it's going to find for you and what you might want to exclude. I'm going to go ahead and use one of our umbrella terms, which would be falsely incarcerated. Notice that falsely accused also came up, which could be helpful. And I'm going to hit search. And again, we have some things that could be useful. It gave us 3 different source types. There's a book on racial profiling. Maybe I want to go into this book and see some things that could be helpful. Now, it is a rather large book. It gives you a summary right here. And then you can go through the book, maybe use the table of contents to help you find the most important parts of what you need to find for your topics or for a part that you'd like to use for this part. So the other nice thing is that you can cite it with this. It's an MLA, copy paste it or hit the little copy button. There you go. You just get your quote and you also get your citation and you're good to go. It will also give you related documents. The last resource we're going to look at is the World Book Online. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And when you do, again, Clever should get you to right here. And then to get to what you would like, again, you feel free to look at anything that you see here. I think the most helpful is going to be the Advanced Encyclopedia right here. So when you click on that, you'll come to World Book Online Advanced. And this is again meant for high schoolers, maybe middle school and high school. You can try a lot of the different options. The advanced search, even though you have a search bar up here, is down here. This will help you minimize your search with either times, dates, or search phrases. I'm going to go ahead and put in criminal justice. That was one that I looked at to see earlier. And notice that this is more like an encyclopedia, so it covers really broad topics and gives you information about them. There's encyclopedia articles, and there's also resource guides. And a lot of these, again, might help you come up with other words to help you search things and put inside of your project here. So I'm going to go just back to my encyclopedia articles, and let's say, again, I just want something nice and general. So I click on this, and ta-da, we have a nice little article about the criminal justice system and the different parts of it. Maybe I found something helpful in here. There's also a related information page, which might provide you with other things to help you out. So the next thing I'm going to do is I have to look for the icons over here to get my citation. I could click right here at Tools, and you'll see that it will allow me to use citations right here and also translate the text, which is a good feature. So there's my MLA citation, and I'm all good to go. All right. So those were all the things that you can find on Miss Geiger's Clever page to help you out in finding sources that are going to be useful for your assignment. Make sure, again, you're finding 3 and you put them within whichever umbrella you think works best. And then that way you'll have a nice list of different things to help you pursue your actual research when we get into solidifying our research question and also our thesis statement. So use the resources, come up with what you need. Feel free to ask me with any questions. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.